So Ayesha Curry does what she does best, and that's make a fool of herself. And this time, it hit an all-time low. She is absolutely embarrassing the greatest shooter of our generation in Steph Curry. She went on a podcast called Call Her Daddy, or Who's Your Daddy, or Where's My Daddy? I don't know. But she absolutely made an absolute fool of herself and her entire family and said some things that you cannot come back from.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
Oh my God! Drug test him now!
And mind you, of course, everybody had something to say about this monstrosity. People were saying things like, I'd trade her for some baseball cards. Another person said something that cut pretty deep. It's for real giving Jada Pinkett Smith vibes at this point. Straight embarrassing. The man became the best shooter in NBA history, became a multi-millionaire, got married, had kids, never cheated, and somehow it still doesn't satisfy a woman. Straight facts. Every time she says something crazy, I realize how fortunate LeBron is for having Savannah. And then this old video resurfaced of her basically making googly eyes over a male stripper.
Marcel? Marcel?
Will slam my dick in a door.
So she want a broke waitress, somebody said. Like, bitch, for real? Then she wants to talk about this so-called career she was supposed to have. Bitch, you were on one episode of Good Luck Charlie. What were you going to do after that? I'm pretty sure if you weren't married to Steph, you would have a probably successful OF account. Now, let me make one thing clear. I am not a Warriors fan. I'm not a Steph Curry fan at all. He stole some rings from my boy LeBron. But I will defend him in this position. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart and soul, feel bad for him in this entire situation. And it makes no sense that his wife felt the need to say all this. You mean to tell me your kids will hear this in about a few years? Maybe Riley has already heard this. And you mean to tell me basically the kids are going to be like, Mommy, you didn't want me? You didn't want us? You didn't want any of us? How is that going to make them feel? She didn't think about that before she said that. And that's utterly disrespectful and straight blasphemy. My jaw hit the floor when I heard this. She's trying to live in this weird world of female rap and toxic femininity. You guys get what I'm trying to say. She's listening to too much Saweetie, Glorilla, 7 p.m. Friday type shit to the point where it's really clouding her judgment on her own life. You mean to tell me Steph wouldn't be proud if you had your own career? I'm pretty sure you guys can make it work if you went on and had your own career. Doesn't she have a cooking channel? Doesn't she have a restaurant? I'm sure Steph is more than supportive of that. So the fact that she's trying to push this back on Steph and making it seem like he doesn't support me, he has no idea what I'm talking about, he has no idea how I feel. I'm sure he does, because there are millions and millions and millions of women out there who would cherish with the bottom of their heart and soul the lifestyle that you have now. And on top of that, there are millions and millions and millions of women out there who would love to give Steph Curry the life he deserves if you don't want to give it to him. That's straight up facts. There's celebrities that would give that to him, and then there's random females who will never even sniff the arena Steph Curry has been in that will give him that exact same lifestyle that you are living right now. A corn star, yes, a corn star said it best. Modern women are encouraged to have preferences, but men are shamed for having standards. Very sad but true double standard in today's world. Women want a tall man, rich, jacked and smooth, a traditional man to lead, protect and provide. And yes, the word of this entire situation is double standards. Had Steph Curry went on a podcast and said all this about Ayesha, let's just say Ayesha was the rich and famous one and Steph was just a guy. Had he went on a podcast and said all this, everybody, especially women, would be crucifying him. They would tear him a new one, they would obliterate him, and they would clown on him. But yet, imagine if Steph Curry went on a talk show and a stripper came out on stage with like drinks, like the same situation Ayesha went through. He pretends to take off his wedding ring. Can you imagine the backlash he would have faced? I'm not saying Steph should go out and do that, but nobody is getting on Ayesha's case enough, and people are really not telling Steph to leave her enough or even faster enough because of this situation. We in a culture where women live off of these men while simultaneously telling them they don't do anything for them. Man, it really makes you appreciate Savannah even more. There hasn't been any rumors on if they're going to divorce. I'm pretty sure they're talking about this behind closed doors, and if Ayesha is as vocal as she says she is, I'm pretty sure it will lead to a divorce sooner rather than later. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think that Ayesha's in the right? Do you think Steph Curry should leave her and get someone that will actually treat him the way he deserves? Let me know what you want to see next. It's your boy Hollywood AJ. I'll see y'all in the next one.